Hello, everybody. Hope everybody is well. So, this is something that I have done on my YouTube channel quite a bit, reacting to the state of play. If you could let me know how the volume is here in the chat. Oh, that is my own voice. Just making sure that the sound works. Uh, Let me know if you can hear the music coming from the PlayStation video as well. That would be much appreciated. We're going to hide the chat because I've seen some interesting things in there, to say the least. So, I've never done this live, so hoping it goes well. I've never had my camera on Twitch, so I've got 10 minutes to kind of kill. I'm going to talk about kind of what my dreams are, what my hopes are for this upcoming State of Play. Now, State of Play has been kind of dormant for a long time. I think this is the first one, certainly this year. And it could be a big one. It could be a big one. We are going to find out. But I'm not expecting any of these, but it would be nice. So starting off with the big one, or one of the big ones, God of War Ragnarok. Now, this game has been teased for 2021. I predict it will be a lot later in the year, but we had seen a lot of gameplay of footage before the release date of God of War, the the kind of God of War 4, if you like. And I'm kind of hoping to see some tonight. Maybe even a new trailer, just to kind of acknowledge. Even if they delay it, I don't mind delays as long as the game comes out in a better condition. Cyberpunk should have took some notes on that. But I'm just looking for some more God of War, kind of an idea where the story's going. Who the villains are would be nice to know. And yeah, just kind of anything God of War related would be very nice. Then Horizon, the sequel Horizon was a good game. I certainly would put it lower down on the PlayStation exclusives. Like I think God of War's above it, The Last of Us, um, Uncharted 4, but it's not that far off being a great game. I think the combat with the robots made the game, but combat with humans and some of the story elements I didn't really like. So I'm looking to see hopefully some more story elements, better combat where the humans would be nice, or none at all, just robots. I would much prefer that because that was what made that game so appealing to a lot of people. So some more Horizon would be really, really nice. Horizon 2. Then we come to, I hope I'm saying this right, Kena Bridge of Spirits. Now, this game is supposed to come out this month, or March, sorry, next month. And we've seen very little from it. Now, again, I don't mind the delay. It just would be nice to know, because this is a game that looks pretty damn good. The art style is very Pixar-y. The little fur balls that you kind of use. Um, I'm gonna actually get a wee pillow going on. I'm sitting on my couch. So that would be to see more of that game or to learn more about it. See more, if it is coming out in March. Show me some gameplay. Show me like 5 minutes of going through a town, then going out into the wild, fighting some enemies, doing some puzzles, that sort of thing. But Bridge of Spirits is certainly a game that I have been interested in, and as I say, if they delay it, they delay it. But moving on to Returnal. I think this game's coming out soon as well. I think it's like April, May. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Returnal Looks is by Housemarque, who, if you've not played any of their games, please do. Some of the best gameplay you'll play anywhere. They these developers nail gameplay first, and it looks like they're going to nail the gameplay again, but it looks like they're trying to add a bit more story to their game. I would love to see a playthrough of it, even just more of how the kind of it seems to be like a roguelike where you go into the level, you find some stuff, you die, you then re-enter, maybe not the same level, but different part of the planet maybe, and then you do the same thing, rinse and repeat. So that's the kind of vibes I'm getting off it. I just like that to be confirmed and just see some more of the game. The game looks, I'm very interested on it, as I'm interested with all these games that I'm talking about. But I just want to reiterate that I am interested in them, and I just see some more of that shooting because they've always done like top down kind of games with arcade twin stick shooters. Third person shooters are a lot different mechanics in there. So how are they going to transfer? I have all the faith in the world that they will be able to do this, transfer their skills over from that to create a fantastic third person shooter that's got a lot of action, a lot of bullet hell is even in the trailers that we've saw. So I'm hoping to see some more of that. We'll take a little drink. We've got 5 minutes, so I'm excited. I hope you are all excited as well. This is going to be a fun stream, hopefully. I'm only gonna watch it and then I'll maybe go back through it, talking about some bits that I like, highlighting some bits, and then I may, if time is on my side, talk about the new PSVR announcement. Because if you watch my YouTube channel, you know that I am in very much into my virtual reality headset, PlayStation VR. I most often than not put up at least one video every couple of weeks on VR, and I was getting worried. I'll get into that actually on the PSVR section, but I was actually getting worried that Sony was just gonna not go any further with it. But that announcement was quite nice. So Returnal, finished with Returnal. Back for Blood. Now I started playing Left 4 Dead again because of this game. Left 4 Dead is just one of those games that it's been out for years and it's just a classic. It is a classic game that you can go back to, jump in, and you will play the same level that you played 10, 20 times, and you still have a blast because it's such a well made game. Back 4 Blood is a successor to that because it's made by the same people who made Left 4 Dead, and it looks like Left 4 Dead, but hopefully, I think they've added in more special infected, which could be because there's one giant one. Like the tanks were big, but this makes the tank look small from what I've seen. I've not really watched any. I know there's been betas and stuff that I've seen online, but I tend to try and stay away from that stuff, and I like to make like opinions based on the trailers and stuff like that. Kind of watch some dev diaries. So Back for Blood is a game that's coming out in June. If they show all of that, I will be more than happy to see it. It's a Left 4 Dead game on the PlayStation. The PlayStation has been, and if you don't know, I am very much a PlayStation gamer. I have a PlayStation 5 now, so well, I don't have it. It's down the road, but I will get it soon, hopefully, and be able to play games on the PlayStation 5. So all this stuff that's coming out, I'm very much interested in, or has come out. Um, Destruction All Stars looked like it got pretty poor reviews, which is a shame. But hey ho, what can you do? And new games, new games is new IPs especially is something that I love to see. I love to see studios, going out of their comfort zone and trying something new. You look at something like a developer like Naughty Dog could have ridden Uncharted till the very end of the PlayStation life cycle, whenever that may be in the future. Could have done Uncharted 25 and we still say it would be a very good game. But they went out on a limb and made The Last of Us, in my opinion, one of the best games made to date. You look at other developers who have kind of gone out and done the same thing. They actually have a history, Naughty Dog. Jack and Daxter, Crash Bandicoot, Uncharted, all very different projects, different IPs from time to time. So we're a minute away. So new games, any new games, smaller games is always welcome. I love to see smaller games on like these sorts of getting kind of shuffled in between the. We might actually see Deathloop. I just thought of that. I should have put that on my list, but Deathloop might be on there because PlayStation are kind of pushing that game. So I have one person in the chat. If you could let me know if you could hear the video, that would be. I don't want to have it up too loud. I don't know if you can hear the video in the background, but I'll maybe turn it up a bit so I can kind of get a better experience. What's up, zombie? How are you? Hope you are good. We're just about to start. You came. Oh wow, why is it not moving? Why is the screen not moving? Oh no, what is going on? I just realized it's stuck at 10:26. Oh, this is not good. Why is it stopped like this? What is going on? Why is it? I'm gonna need to. Oh, what has happened? Why is it stopped? Right, we are good to go. I think. I got it working. Right, so 7 seconds. I will cut that discussion and put it in the YouTube video that goes up tomorrow. Um, I think I got it working. I'm glad if I did. It was a quick YouTube search, and I got the display working. Oh, that was well. It was my first time. So this is teething issues, just teething issues for me. It's the first time doing a stream like this. I didn't give up, and that's the main thing. So this is Crash Bandicoot. I have the remaster, but I don't have much. Oh, I haven't played them. I played like a bit of the first. I really should. They're very popular games. It's getting an upres to PlayStation. That was a stressful time there. Thought I was going to have to cancel the whole thing, but it seems to be running quite well now. Thank goodness for that. That's cool. That's coming to PlayStation. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this because it's a game that's came out. I should play the originals before I play this. Nice. Whew, that is me back in the game. I hope you can hear me and hear the game, the video. If you're in the chat, please let me know if you can hear. This game looks fun. This looks like a good time. A frustrating time, actually. If it's anything like its first couple of games. Nice. Oh, well, I'm glad that worked out for the best. The better. Right, we're in now. The stream is working. Hopefully. This looks like a good game. It really does. These are quite cool though, like the different effects you can have. That's very cool.
Oh, and one more thing. If you own the PS4 version of the game, an upgrade option is available. Check out the PlayStation blog for full details.
If you're watching the YouTube video, you probably have no idea what happened.
There's no better time to experience Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time on PlayStation 5.
Nice. Love it. And there we go. I was going to say you put PlayStation 4 when you just said PlayStation 5.
The gang's all here on today's new edition of State of
Well, that's a new logo.
some great updates lined up for you.
Updates. What kind of updates are you talking about?
Check out the latest on an
Oh, we got
game coming to the PS5
one of the games ticked off. That Returnal.
We at Housemark are excited to give you this.
Ooh, good.
In Returnal, you will play as Celine, an Astra scout who crash lands on an
Astra Scout.
after receiving a mysterious signal, White Shadow.
Hmm.
Players will explore this inscrutable, dark planet in search for answers.
It looks so good.
Unfold
I mean, I say for Housemarque, their games are usually very nice looking. Okay, here we go. This is the combat.
And around enemies is key to survival in Returnal.
Oh, this. Oh, the enemies look tough. Jesus. I like the look of this. This looks fast. Looks like third-person Doom. Oh wow, just getting rinsed. I presume she's
The
gonna.
large variety of enemies and the vast number of unique movesets each possess.
How you doing,
Situations prove
Onyx?
challenging no matter
Hope you're
what the
well.
circumstances are. Death is only the beginning.
Glad you could join me.
Every time you die and restart, the world will change.
Oh,
Enemies
nice.
different,
Very
enemies
roguelike.
will appear in new locations and in differing numbers, so you have to think fast and adapt.
This is doing wonders for me.
Here you can see the use of the lightning alt fire, which is great for crowd control. This is one of many alt fires that you can acquire.
Yes, multiple weapons, please. Oh, third-person Doom. Yeah, hype levels are going up.
You will stumble across mysterious devices that can grant rewards to the player. These will vary from weapons, consumables, and upgrades, and they can
Oh,
completely
yes,
change the playstyle
please, and
make
thank
each
you.
cycle feel unique.
I just want to support Housemarque. I think they've been a very underrated studio for a long time, and this could
Besides the
be
intense
the
combat,
one that gets them into the mainstream.
and
It
engaging
should.
narrative, we allow players to piece together the puzzle that is the story of Celine as they venture deeper and deeper into Atropos and into her personal nightmare.
That can't be here. I think I am
Is that our house?
memories in that house, but
Ah,
not fully. They're corroded. Some parts are missing, others seem manufactured. But I can
a bit of story. Now you're getting me.
feeling like I was losing my mind.
Did you swear in it or something, Kiana?
Comfort here.
How are you?
Space.
Let's get go on first person.
Exactly as I left it.
Hope you're doing well, Kiana. Thank you for joining me. Oh well, that's why I don't allow swearing. I really should. I'm good. I had a bit of a nightmare with my stream, but it is now
Returnal lands on April
thankfully
7th, and it's
up and
developed by
running.
the talented team at Housemarque. Next, let's
Oh,
take
this
a
was the
look
game
at
that
a
came out.
high-impact new PS4 game called Knockout
PlayStation 4. I thought they'd be focusing on PlayStation 5. It's Fortnite Dodgeball. That's what we're gonna call this.
Hi, I'm Josh from Bellin Studios. We're an
Fortnite
indie developer
Dodgeball.
based in upstate New York, and we recently announced Knockout City, a team-based multiplayer action game for PS4 where rival crews settle their scores with epic dodgeball battles.
You should really be releasing it on PlayStation 5
Knockout City is easy
at
to
this
pick up
point,
and play,
surely.
but there's a lot of depth here for those who've got the skills. In our 1v1
Oh.
mode, you'll go head-to-head in a constantly shrinking battleground, relying on your reflexes and abilities to knock out an
So
opponent.
1v1 Battle Royale.
Well-timed catch powers up the ball, making it easier to land a hit.
Okay, so there is it's
Use trick
a
shots
bit of
to throw the
variety.
ball over a ledge or hook it around a corner. Fake a throw to mess up your opponent's timing and knock them out before they can recover. When you're in a tough spot with a ball flying your way, a last-second dodge is the difference between getting knocked out and staying in the fight.
It does look
Wits
like
work, you
fun.
can outplay your opponent to bring home a win.
I'm just not sure the longevity of it. It might suffer from
Let's jump into Team KO.
Fall
Free
Guys,
mode.
kind of the way Fall Guys suffered.
Teamwork makes the dream work in Knockout City. If your crew is outmatched, a well-coordinated team can still dominate. We're playing in Back Alley Brawl, a new map that you'll find in our
Looks
upcoming
not
crossplay
bad.
beta.
It would be a good
Special
PlayStation
features
Plus
like
game, I'd say
the
that.
Sniper Ball, which locks onto targets from far across the map, and wham! You can take them out before they have a chance to react. Beyond special balls, each map features a unique mechanic. In Back Alley Brawl, you can hop into a tube and make a quick getaway, or use them to sneak up on your opponents. Caught empty-handed? You can literally become the ball, a new weapon for your teammate.
Okay, you know what? That's a cool mechanic.
Risk it all. Charge up a teammate, launch them high into the air with an ultimate throw, and they'll land in a huge instant KO explosion.
There's some depth to this game. Maybe.
The team here at Velen has been obsessed with building this world over the last 4 years. Knockout City is coming out May 21st, and we'd love
I
to
hope
know
it succeeds if they work for
Rally your
4
crew
years
and
on it.
sign up for our crossplay beta at at knockoutcd.com to play early on PlayStation.
It could be quite fun. Might give that a look. Yeah, that looks not bad. I do just wonder about the longevity of the game. Kiana, can you hear the video if you're still there?
Here's your first look at an upcoming PS5 game
Like
from the
the
team at
what's been
Sony.
said and the kind of music and stuff. Slow clap. Is this a new game? It's like we're gonna fight. Ooh. This looks like a... What was that action movie that came out recently? The famous one. Oh, not recently, in the last couple of years. You just grow a beard? Strange. Oh, it's not the block or something. What is it called? If anyone's watching this, please help me out. Let me know. Sifu.
That
Looks
was the
not bad.
review of Sifu,
I said it
coming to
right, good.
PS5 console later this year.
Looks not bad.
Now let's get an
It's definitely
update on
the
Solar Ash, an epic new
least
PS5
interested
adventure
I
from
am
Art Machine.
out of the 3 games that were shown. Solar Ash. This is made by the people who made Hyper Light Drifter, isn't it? And that game's supposed to be really good. I wonder if it's like an exploration type game.
I'm Alex Preston, creative director of Art Machine. You might know us as the team behind Hyperlight Drifter. Today,
See,
I'm here to
I know
show
my
you a
stuff.
sneak peek at gameplay for our
This isn't
new
my
title,
first rodeo.
Solar Ash is a huge, stylish 3D platformer focused on speed, movement, and fluidity. The game is set inside a giant black hole known as the Ultra Void,
That's very interesting.
consuming everything in its path. You play as Ray, a daring void runner who has decided to venture into this terrifying anomaly as a last-ditch effort to save her homeworld. Ray is extremely agile, able to speed across the world with
Is she
abilities
like going?
that escape.
Is it
On
clouds?
the ashen clouds, she can quickly
Yes.
travel great distances.
Say again.
in the world.
Movement does look good.
At its core, Solar Ash is a game about movement, and Ray has everything she needs to flow through the
Oh, there's a bit of
dangerous
combat in there.
world.
She skates as well. This is... I like the movement. It's maybe just a relaxing game to play.
As you journey to save your planet, you'll find yourself face to face with grotesque and violent creatures.
Or maybe not.
Our
Maybe
combat
not.
system is simple, fast, and fluid, built to empower players and encourage flow.
Okay, so it sounds like
As you
it's
explore the Ultra
designed to
Void,
kind of
enemies will
increase,
scale to
just
greater and greater sizes.
allow you to enjoy the
These
game.
creatures require
Doesn't
speed,
sound like the combat will be
precise
too
timing.
challenging. What's been shown so far anyway.
Ray will eventually need to face the massive sentinels of this void.
Oh,
Wretched, starved beasts that hold the key to her quest.
down the cliff. Oh, this is a cool boss fight. Shadow the Colossus, anyone? Well, that's a game I have played. Not played the
Solar Ash is
remake,
Art Machine's
but
vision of the adventure
Shadow the
world.
Colossus.
The giant spaces,
Oh,
the feel of movement,
the
the
feels.
flow of combat, and the high-stakes battles atop enormous beasts all come together to bring players something we think
It's
is
definitely
unique.
definitely
More
taken
importantly, fun. This game
a bit from the
labor of love
Shadow
from
of the
everyone on
Colossus.
the Heart Machine team.
Shadow of the
We're
Colossus.
excited to bring Solar Ash to PS5 and PS4 later this year.
Yeah, you know what? I'm interested in that game. It looks different.
If you're a fan of scary games, this next one is for
Ooh,
you.
is it Resident Evil? Oh no, it's just not. Five Nights at Freddy's. I haven't played any of these, but I like the lore. I like game theory. So that's the only reason I'm excited, just to see another game theory video. Oh, that is pretty. Seems like they're going up in the budget. Jesus, they really are up in the budget. Just don't know if I find them. I mean, obviously, I've not played the game, but obviously, context is key. I'd maybe find it scary if I was actually playing the game. Certainly, the VR game interests me, just to torture myself.
Out of here, you and me together.
Is it like you're actually walking about?
None will stop
Oh,
hunting you.
it is a big game. Oh, that looks fun. So you're actually running about.
We have to get you out by morning.
You can go down the chute.
You will do as I say. You will bring me what I want. And if you fail me, then you will. Both of you.
You've got cameras in your watch. This actually I might play. Yeah, that looks
There is more going on.
that looks not bad. Not bad actually. That probably meant something to the Five Nights fan base, but doesn't to
That
me.
is a chilling new look at Five Nights at Freddy's security breach. Up next, let's take a tour of Oddworld.
You know what? I've seen too much of this game. If they show the same trailer,
Hi, I'm Lauren Lanning, creative director at Oddworld Inhabitants. Today, I'm going to take you on a brief tour of our newest game, Oddworld.
okay, so it's actually some gameplay.
Always known you would come. Do you know why you have?
In Soulstorm, you reprise the role of Abe, accidental hero turned unlikely leader of an emerging
Seen that
revolution. As
shot a
you
lot.
battle through weird and wonderful environments in an effort to escape the all-powerful and eternally greedy Gluckons.
Gluckons.
We
That's
really
a
wanted
good
to
name
bring
for a
this
villain.
world to life with what we call 2.9D platforming, which adds much more depth and immersion for the player. This sense of connection is also reinforced through the use of the DualSense's haptic feedback, as you'll now
Can't wait to actually
feel Abe's
experience the
heartbeat
DualSense.
in high alert and suspenseful situations.
Oh, it's quite an interesting way to use the
There
controller.
are well over 1,000 fellow Muddakins that you must try to save along the way.
Muddakins.
They are far more than helpless workers looking to be saved. When used effectively, you'll be able to solve puzzles, harness their combined energy, and be given the tools they need to fight alongside you.
Ah,
There will be times when the extra hands will be needed as you face off against an array of heavily armed enemies that will stop at nothing to find and end Abe once and for all.
must be very hard to save all of them. Oh well, you should have done something there.
In order to stand a chance against this much larger threat, we gave Abe the ability to scavenge, loot, and pickpocket items from his surroundings and use them to
Crafting
develop
system.
impressive
Of
personal
course, every game
skills
has a
he can
crafting
share
system
with
now.
others. You can also play as a non-lethal pacifist or an agent of chaos. We wanted you to have the choice. But there is one iconic ability for our shamanic protagonist, possession. This mystical power allows you to take control of your foes and use their strengths and weapons against them, or use them to gain access to paths still ahead.
That's quite cool.
The Oddworld universe is a diverse place, and this means that there are some environments and situations that require a little more thought, patience, and stealth. You'll find dark and dangerous caves, heavily guarded industrial sites, and
This is a lot better shown of the game.
here we've built
I
lots of
do like this
opportunities for you
showing a
to
lot
test your
better.
skills and find different ways to
Again, I need to play the
It won't be
original.
easy. If being hunted by an army backed by a shady and wealthy organization isn't bad enough, there are also more dangers in the forms of natural obstacles, ancient traps, trials
The way
of
you
swarming
die
creatures,
is
and
horrendous.
industrial hazards that must be dealt with,
Oh,
crossed, and avoided. Ultimately, Abe's journey is one of hope, freedom, and truth. There is a rich and engaging narrative to discover in a world full of lies, and we've been able to bring our characters to life like never before. In true Oddworld fashion, your actions in-game will decide the fate of Abe and all those you manage to liberate along the way. And we can't wait to see what you will do.
That was a better showing of the game, I believe. Doesn't make me interested to play it. Makes me interested to play the original. Give that a bash at least. I think I have the original on my Vita, or like the remake of it.
That was the latest on Oddworld Soulstorm. And here's some exciting news. Active PlayStation Plus members will get the PS5 version for no extra cost starting in April. PS5 version for no extra cost
Oh,
starting
it
in
kind
April.
of glitched there. That's cool. Oh, we got one. That's cool, but getting that for free.
Catch up with Kena, Bridge of
Kena,
Spirits,
I said
the
it wrong.
gorgeous new adventure
Oh
you
well.
last saw in the June PS5
Hey ho.
showcase.
I said it wrong. Now, are we going to actually see a release date? Look at those visuals. Look at those little guys. They're so cute. They look at a good story as well. Mention it. Look at that. They're going to sell a bunch of merch just of those little things. Oh, keep showing that gameplay. Yep.
The rats seem quite fond of you.
Nice.
They're usually timid. Something tells me you did not come to our village looking for forest creatures.
Hello, Spirit. I seek passage to the Sacred Mountain Shrine.
Oh, yes.
Bound to the
And down.
but that power faded long ago.
It looks ready. I don't know. It might release in March. Look at these visuals, man. Look at that animation. Combat, yep, a bit more. Look, you actually use those little things, yeah, in combat. The music as well. Wow.
Trapped spirits linger here, tangled in the tragedies of our past. You must help these spirits to
You know what? I am.
It's okay. You have to go now.
Chill. Bowl. You can ride a bull. This game looks fantastic. Wow.
This land can be healed, but you cannot stay here, Spirit.
Yep, I was all in before,
You must.
and now I'm even more all in. Box mask. Oh, well, looks like it's got a darker side as well. Some boss battles. It's got a weak spot there, yep. March, 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 march. March. Oh yeah, I got delayed. That sucks, but
Now let's settle in on
I said it.
Deathloop.
Rather it be delayed.
First-person shooter
Oh
developed
yeah,
by
there's
Kena
Deathloop. I'd
Arcade.
rather it be delayed than come out in a poor state.
There's no never here.
This game I'm so on the fence about.
Rest of these maniacs.
Bring it, baby.
I'm so on the fence.
This is Ramblin' Frank's Matinee. This little ditty goes out to the handsome asshole trying to break our loop. Cold. The visionaries are ready to dance.
I think they're showing off too much of the. If they show another person that you can kill in it, I think it'll be. The gunplay looks great. Dishonored, again, another game I played like the first hour and I was like, this is a good game. Some stealth, okay. Someone must have seen. Oh, they are showing another person that you can kill. Okay, so she can disguise herself as like a regular enemy. I'm getting James Bond themes with this song. It is actually called Deathloop, the song, or has. The gameplay looks fun. I'm just not sure about the story, and again, I think they're showing off too much. Yeah, I got a lot of games. Yeah. What was that? Threw it. These cuts are quite good though. Haha. So what happens when you kill? Very, very nice song actually. Again, they're showing all the people that you can kill quite easily. I don't know. I just don't know how that mechanic works.
Song's over, people. And so is Ramblin' Frank. The rest of you motherfuckers are next.
Language. I die again. Oh, still on the fence. Still on the fence about that game.
Before we leave,
Oh, so this is the end.
a huge update for one of 2020's most celebrated games.
2020. Oh, okay. Oh, so we're getting the next installment. Another game I need to play. Wow, that looks insane. So might this be the last time?
Well, guys, your girl finally made it to Midgar. My name is Yuffie, Materia Hunter and Elite Special Forces operative for the new Wutai government. We'll prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with.
Can't really say much on this guy. I haven't played any of the Final Fantasy games. Just that the remake made me want to play it.
Sorry about that.
It's over the top.
I'm Sonon Kusakabe. Where's Clown?
We lost him.
You what?
He will be okay, though, right?
Well, of course he will.
They're the ones who blew up the reactors.
Cool.
Should we say hi?
No, better not. After what they've done, you gotta assume Shinra's on their tail.
Look, a Moogle.
Stop! We gotta help.
So is this the next part, or is this just the DLC? See, that kind of combat is what made me get look into potentially getting the remake. Is this DLC? I don't know what this might be for it. Doesn't seem to be the next chapter in it, because I know it was kind of split into two parts. Someone who's played Final Fantasy could let me know.
Whatever it is they're planning, you're better off out of it.
They deserve what's coming to them.
Yeah, they do, but I'm not your sister.
It's a long trailer. Maybe this is what they're ending on. But surely God of War. There's a couple of games that we've not talked about on here.
Let the
begin.
Was that DLC?
Get down here, Merc.
What an interest. An entrance. So it's coming to PlayStation 5. It's not that big a jump. Isn't really that impressive. I hate to say it. Show me PlayStation 5 to PlayStation 4 is not that impressive. The game still looks good though. I mean, if this is how they're ending it, it's for me, it's a win. I know, yeah, that's what I thought, Kiana. It's like, why they? What's the point in even showing it? It's like, there's obviously it looks better on the PlayStation 5, but it's not like this wow moment. Like, you definitely don't need a side by side comparison. You think it looks better on the PlayStation 4? Maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe the extra kind of things they've added when I was muddied the water with the graphics. Wow, this is a long trailer for this. Normal classic. What does that mean? Loading time. Now this is something that you could definitely show because loading times are a lot better. That was almost instantaneous, so that is quite cool. Photo mode. They're in every game now, so why not? Why not? Ghost of Tsushima is the best one, but I've seen so far. Hope I ain't getting any spoilers here. Yeah, it's Final Fantasy VII Remake. Come on, Kiana. You should know that.
You see that?
We're back with these two now.
Just do it.
Yep.
I could see how you could mistake it for Devil May Cry. What was that called? Ah, that's... Okay, that's cool. I like that. That is very cool. Well, now you know. Final Fantasy.
That was the reveal of Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Is that how you're going to end it?
Console later this year. And that's our show. We hope you're
That's it?
excited as we are for what's to come in 2021. See you next time.
I don't think that's... I mean, obviously, setting expectations of these things is important. Right, so let's just go back through it quickly, and then I'll move on to the
Coming to
Via.
the PS5
Right,
console
I'm
this
going to
spring.
mute that. So first off was Crash Bandicoot. Just upgrading it. I don't think that these kind of games need to be on here. Just a trailer put out, but it's cool, I guess. If you've not played Crash Bandicoot, I will need to give it a bash. Now this is the one that I was most excited about. Let's go through this Returnal. See if we can spot anything new. But this really impressed me. This showed off what I think I needed to see. Story elements, the gameplay, some weaponry, the roguelike elements. I know I understand the game a lot better. I know what I'm getting myself in for when I play this game, and it looks like it could be a winner. The combat looks fast, as I said, third person Doom with the fast combat. I hope you can kind of shoot and move at the same time. It seemed like you need to aim in, which if you want to be more accurate, yeah, I guess that. But I'm hoping that the person's not really moving and shooting as much as I would, like kind of spraying from the hip. But the enemies look cool. The enemies look very cool, very varied, very gruesome actually. And so she gets killed there, and then she comes back. But yeah, definitely Returnal looks like, yeah, it's got me even more hyped for this game. We'll just kind of go through it. Don't really know. This is probably the only one that I'll go back through fully. The weapons look. Hopefully the weapons are varied. They kind of showed some off. I think I missed some. That's like kind of like a Homan. That might be a Homan one. What was that one? So that's like a big shockwave. That one's like a rocket launcher maybe. The environments look very cool. It looks like an alien planet, and it's got your classic kind of roguelike. But yeah, this game looks. This is definitely the one that I'm most looking forward to, and I believe it is. Did I miss the date? No, this game looks good. This game looks like it's going to be good. And this is what I was not expecting, these kind of story elements within the planet. So I wonder if that's maybe how you progress. The story is like, although they didn't mention anything about procedurally generated, so apart from the enemies. So maybe if you need to do it in an order, or you need to maybe find that, and that'll unlock the next part of the story. That even if you die, you can still go straight to that instead of going back here and then going there. But it looks like it could be, a look into maybe the psyche of the character or what they're going through. But looks fantastic. I cannot wait to play Returnal. Uh, see if there was a date in the end here. Okay, I was actually at the end. Let's see. When was it? Oh, there was no date. I swear there was a date. But anyway, moving on. Knockout City. You know what? It actually surprised me with how kind of in depth it is. The using your teammates as a ball is, I don't think will ever get old. So they've certainly got me there. I just worry about the longevity of this game, and how it could suffer like some of the other games that have came out recently. Like I mentioned, Fall Guys. It's clearly going for that kind of Fortnite market with its bright colors and the costumes. And I hope I don't I obviously hope that it is a success. The aiming just seems to kind of lock on. But you've got that dodge and the catch mechanic. But I will give it a go, and especially if it comes out on PlayStation Plus. It doesn't. I don't know. It might be a good game to stream once every once in a while. But that is Knockout City. Now moving on to what was the next one? Ah, yeah, this one definitely the weakest I think of the game. The one that I'm least interested in. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad game. There's might be some interesting mechanics there. It seems like if you fail, you get older, and that could be a mechanic that comes into it. The combat looks fast and intense. It doesn't appeal to me. I think this isn't for me, Sifu, but it will be for someone, and it could be a very good game. So next one is Solar Ash. Now this one definitely showcased very well for me. It looks different to a lot of the games on here, and I think the story, the kind of gameplay with the fluidity of the movement, kind of vibe they're going for, where it's going to have conflict, but it's not going to be that tough a game, which sometimes you need that kind of game. And just the kind of exploring of the world looks fun. The movement, if the movement is fun, I love the grinding in the rail. The kind of grapple and hook is always a great addition to a game. And yeah, it looks like a game I can certainly get behind and maybe play. It depends how long it is. Uh, Definitely depends how long it is. If this was like 10 hours, maybe 8 to 10 hours, that would be fine for me. That is Solar Ash. So So I think the next game was Five Nights. So I've never played any of the Five Nights games. The lore I'm very interested in, as I said, with the game theory um, videos. I really enjoy them. So I'm interested just purely in lore. This game looks actually a bit more fleshed out, so I may give it a look. The environment looks fun to explore, like the ball pit and the kind of play area. That just looks like a fun kind of different take on horror environments instead of an asylum or anything like that. And that's what I like kind of about the franchise is that it's different. It's doesn't. Thank you, Zombie. I finally got it working. I finally got it working. I'm actually it was a nightmare, but I got it working thankfully. Um, just talking about Five Nights there. So yeah, it looks a game that I can actually see myself playing. Great for Halloween if it comes out around Halloween time. Uh, Oddworld. I don't really have much to say on this. Just that I may play the original. It's coming out on PlayStation Plus, so that I think will benefit the game. I think more people will play it that way. It certainly seems a very niche game. I played what was Stranger's Wrath, and I enjoyed that game. I enjoyed the world in that game. So this it's an old world game, so I should probably like it. I like the vibes, but I just don't know. There's something about it that's kind of keeping me from it. It's the tone, maybe. I know I've talked about it in the past. Like the tone's all over the place, where it's kind of wacky at one point and then really serious at another. But it looks like a challenge game, certainly, especially if you're trying to save everybody. So, Storm, keep going. Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, so gutted it got delayed, but if it gets delayed and it becomes out better, but definitely top two games were Kenna and Returnal. I'd say Returnal just pips it just because of the delay. But this looks, this looks great. The animation style, the art style of the game is, as I say, Pixar, but the combat looks a lot more in depth than I thought, and the fact that you use the little things not only in puzzles but in combat is just cool. These little guys, whatever they're called, are gonna be in people's. They're gonna be stuffed toys everywhere of them, I think, and the game looks beautiful. Just looks like a beautiful game. The story, I didn't really get much from the story from the trailer. Don't know if that's what they were going for, but the combat looks Dark Souls ish, but maybe obviously not as hardcore as Dark Souls would be. But still looks fun. Looks like you've got different abilities with the bow and arrow, the shield. The roll dodges look not bad. This is cool. Like it looks like looks like a good time. So I'm gonna definitely be buying this day one, I think, and I look forward to it. Shame about the delay. And then you have the big bad boss coming up at the end. Oh, Deathloop. This is the one I'm most conflicted about. Like seriously. Oh, do I want to play this game? I do, but then I don't. I just think I'm one of the people who doesn't like the Dark Soul invasion mechanic. Like, I would much rather just play the game as it is single player. More often than not, I get killed when I get invaded, so that's one of the reasons why. And this game seems to have taken that and made a game out of it. Uh, and if you could turn that off, I think certainly some of them are PlayStation exclusives. I think a lot of them are coming to PC as well. I know Returnal is a PlayStation 5 exclusive, I think. But I think everything else might be multi-platform. Crash Bandicoot certainly is. Returnal, PlayStation 5. Deathloop, I think, is timed exclusive to PlayStation. And then it either come out on Xbox later or and PC, or it's coming out on PC day one. I should probably check actually all the at the end of these, but um, and I know that Kenna is definitely. Is that a PlayStation exclusive? No, I don't know that either. Should probably look into that. But all these games are definitely coming out on the PlayStation, obviously. But hopefully they can come out on other platforms as well. So Deathloop, yeah, it is a. See this when they do stuff like this, it looks so cool. It looks so fluid, with all the powers and that. And then yeah, there's someone. If you can do that to someone like that, it looks amazing. That looks awesome. But I'm someone who just dies to uh, invaders all the time in Dark Souls. So that's what I had to deal with. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe I will change my mind near the time. The song was cool. I like the song. I will say that. Very cool song. Gave off James Bond kind of vibes. And then yeah, Final Fantasy Remake, PlayStation 5. Oh, yeah, I think I kinda need to play it. It's one of the all time classics. Yeah, you know what? That is a good. It does look like Bulletstorm mixed with a bit of Rage 2, Deathloop. It looks. I'm just so on the fence because both of those games, like I enjoyed Bulletstorm for like the first couple hours, and then I was like, no, I don't like this. This is not. I didn't like it. It just became very. No, I didn't like it. It just became very samey. Rage, I actually enjoyed the first Rage a lot. I think it was actually a very underrated game. And the second one I have not played, but I've not heard great things about. It's just kind of more the same, which you never really want from. You kind of want them to up the ante, especially if it's like Rage didn't get that great reviews, so you want them to kind of do better. The wing stick is still one of my favorite weapons. And with Final Fantasy, I'm not invested in it. Don't really have much to say on it, just because. Oh, nice! I'll definitely be checking that out, Zombie. Definitely be checking out some Rage 2 on your stream. Yeah, Final Fantasy. Yeah, it's just not. It's not something I've been invested in, and maybe this. Yeah, see, Rage 1 was a fun game. Like the cars were pretty cool. The weapons, honestly, like the shooting was very very good, and the as I say, the wing stick is one of my favorites. But Final Fantasy isn't really for me. So that's the kind of the state of play. It was uh, a bit underwhelming, if I have to be honest. I mean, I don't want to set too big high expectations with this, but you're missing God of War. First off, that's supposed to release in this year. Obviously, they'll probably do it near the time of release. Horizons didn't get a mention. Um, did we get any new games? I don't think there was anything new. They did say it was just updates. Back for Blood. I didn't think that would get in it. I mentioned, but oh yeah, the wing stick, one of the best one of the best weapons. It's just so satisfying. See, we upgraded it where you can get like multiple in a row, and it would come back. That was very very cool. So yeah, very kind of underwhelming. I think the Returnal and kind of certainly the highlights, but I think to end on a PlayStation 4 game, PlayStation becoming a PlayStation 5 game, and this, I'm sorry, is ridiculous. Showing side by side comparisons of a game that came out last year. I mean, it just doesn't look that much better, and I think it justifies this sort of comparison. Obviously, you can do the frame rates. What was the one that actually made sense? I'm sure it's coming up. The load times, like the load times, that's a great way to show off just what the improvements are, but definitely doesn't justify the trailer, which was the bulk of the state of play. Oh, but yeah, if I had to rate it, I don't like to rate things out of 10, but for the sake of the stream, I will give it a 6. Yeah, nothing really blew me away. Um, thought it kind of again. This is for me as someone who doesn't have an interest in Final Fantasy. Ending on that was a bit of a whimper for me. Didn't really see anything that blew me away. Returnal kind of had been shown, but they showed Crash Bandicoot at the start, game that I'm not really interested in, and then the Knockout City. That's a PlayStation 4 game. Like, should we really be talking about just PlayStation 4 games? Obviously, they've invested money in it, and the game does look good, but it should be coming to PlayStation 5, and I anticipate it will get released later on. So that's my thoughts on the state of play.